All right, good afternoon and welcome to this weather update. It's a little before 2 o'clock on February 19th, 2019. And unfortunately, we do not have a clear sky today. If you're looking at the satellite image here on the left, you can see the cirrus streaming in, and the sky is pretty much, you'd have to go north. You see, there's a really well-defined line. If you're north of like a line from like Boston to like Albany, it's perfectly clear. If you were in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, upstate New York, you'd have a beautiful clear sky. But unfortunately, our sky, it looks like that. It's a mess. There's lots of contrails in there, and it's just a milky mess. Unfortunately, it's unfortunately the way it is because we got the stall front off to the south, and we're going to look at the models now and see what's going to be in store as the next system. You can see the high here, but it's just kind of to the north of us. We're not really getting in. You can see the moisture from the system is kind of just spreading up in our direction, and that will be the next system to impact us as we get into tomorrow. So the high moves offshore. We get a return flow. It may start as snow, but then quickly change to rain, and heavy rain at that, into Thursday here. So heavy rain into Thursday here, Wednesday night into It starts as like a little snow later Wednesday afternoon to the evening, but then changes to rain Wednesday night, and then heavy rain for the early morning hours on Thursday, and then that moves away, and then we've got another type of stall front situation with a weak high pressure system building down, and then the next system comes in for the weekend again. Track to the west. Sunday, we got more rain again, way to the west. That could be a very warm day, judging by that storm track. And then that moves out, and then we're getting into next week now, and we have a high pressure trying to build down for Monday. Maybe we'll get a clear day that day. I don't know. We'll have to look at the satellite simulation. Of course, now we're getting far out, but you can see low to this north. Again, no snowstorms in sight. But as we get into March, you see that there's a bit of a change here. The trough shifts further to the east, and maybe a snowstorm right there, perhaps, and some Arctic air starting to finally make its way into the east. And you'll be able to see that when we take a look at the temperature anomalies. We'll go right back to the beginning here, to the current, and you'll see when we go to the temperature anomalies, you'll see what happens. So you can see cold air is out west right now, and we're around average, maybe slightly below average. You can see tomorrow we stay a little below average, and then that warm air surges in, changes us to rain for Thursday with above average temperatures. And then we continue with above average temperatures right through the weekend, especially on Sunday. But you can see that there's more Arctic air building, and I think as eventually, after we deal with a little more warmth for the rest of the month, that Arctic air finally may make its way into the east. And there it is. As we get into March, you see that one is heading more for the northeast, and hopefully we can get some below normal temperatures with that. And get back into some more winter kind of weather, and maybe even some snow. All right. So, but first we got to deal with these above normal temperatures, and we're going to talk about just how warm it's going to get for the rest of February. It's going to be a very warm February. When we take a look at the actual averages for February, I think it's going to be very warm. So today you can see we're around the mid-30s. Same thing will be for tomorrow, Wednesday. Maybe a little colder because of the clouds, so we might only make it to the low 30s. And then here comes the warm air for Thursday. We're in the low 50s. Friday, it drops back behind that weak cold front into the low to mid 40s, and then for Saturday, we're still in the 40s, and then here comes that surge of really warm air for Sunday, and I mean there are some areas that are going to get into the 70s. Couldn't possibly even touch New Jersey. I think hopefully Long Island will be protected a little bit, and we'll have some cooler air in place there. To keep us from getting that warm, hopefully cooler marine air, but that's crazy, that amount of warmth. Going into the next week, we're back down to the low 40s, and around 40, so still a little above average. That's above average. And then another warm up for Wednesday, Wednesday, February 27th, another warm up. But then you can see the cold air starts to shift to the east as we get into March, and we have some days where the highs struggle to reach maybe 30 degrees as we get in. We gotta go a little further along here. Here we go. So here comes that plunge, and here we go. So now we're struggling to reach 30 degrees. We're only in the 20s on March 4th. So you could see, and then as we go into the next day, you can see. Look at that. Look at that. March 6th, we may be down into the single digits again, and struggling to get into the teens. So we're gonna have some Arctic air coming in for sure, and well, hopefully we will. And if we go and we look at, let's just fool around here, look at the total snowfall. Maybe it'll show what that snowstorm will bring us. It doesn't really. It's only going out to March 1st on that, so it won't really show us, unfortunately. So let's take a look and see when we're going to get some clear skies in here, and we'll go a little more to the shorter range here. So again, today we didn't get the clear skies. We had a lot of cirrus around, unfortunately, and we won't tomorrow. Be mostly cloudy. Thursday, same thing, plenty of clouds. Friday, looks like plenty of cirrus again. The weekend will be cloudy, of course, cloudy again. And then maybe Monday we get some clear skies, maybe. That would be the next chance for some clear skies on Monday. And maybe Tuesday as well. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I'm not going to really go any further with this than with the sky. And maybe we could get another clear day maybe again on Thursday. And then we're going a little far into the future here. But when that Arctic air comes in, hopefully we can get some clear skies with that. But that's kind of in the long range. So let's now take a look and see what's going to happen with this next system here. Will be the last part of this video. We'll just look at our radar, and I'm going to shift over to the NAM because that's a better model to use with us as we look into the next system here, which will start as snow. So fair weather today, fair weather as far as no precipitation goes. And then as we go into Wednesday, clouds increase. It's pretty much overcast, and then by the early afternoon we have this snow moving in and the NAM actually is giving us a good amount of snow, actually a little more snow than the GFS here in this model, and could have it become heavy before the changeover. This would be right in the rush hour on Wednesday, so evening rush hour, so that could make a mess of things. And then we have the sleet, and then it changes to rain. So I'm wondering if what the accumulations are on this. So we're going to take a look and see. As we get closer to the event, we'll see. Now, according to the GFS, it didn't look like much. But the NAM is giving some areas a lot, actually 7 inches before the changeover. So that's kind of interesting. We're going to have to watch that and see if that holds true in the next couple of runs. Right now, the position of the high is not really ideal for that type of setup, but we'll have to take a look and see. So I'll have another update for you when I get the next model runs in, maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, and we'll see exactly what's going to happen here with this storm. But right now, the Weather Service has a winter storm watch just for the western counties. So. But we'll have to keep our eye on it. That NAM run seems that changed a lot from the previous run, so it might just be an anomaly. We'll have to see about that. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this weather update. Again, we have a storm that does bear some watching for tomorrow afternoon into the evening into Thursday morning. I'll keep you posted. Take care.